very long time.
Yes, it has.
How was the drive?
Fine. I didn't.
What?
Drive, that is. I took a cab.
Oh, all the way from Washington?
No. I live in Hartford now.
Oh, well, that's just right down the road.
Right. It's been 12 years now.
Oh, since Ellen died?
No. Since I moved to Hartford. I was at the grocery store.
I thought I heard that she died.
Nope. The first time we had coffee?
No. Do you?
Yeah. Come on, Walt. You don't remember Uncle Jeff's wake in Tampa?
Kind of.
You got all the little cousins to bring us coffee with different ratios of cream and sugar, all the while everyone was crying over Uncle Jeff in the next room. We were then.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Mom yell at you because you were pretending to cry during the funeral?
I just wanted to sit there.
Well, I'm glad you could come see my new place. The act should be pretty good tonight.
Yeah. Mom would have been really proud of the work you've done, Walt.
What do you mean, what happened?
Dead?
No, she's not. She's at the town bingo hall counting chips.
Oh. I thought I heard she died.
Why would you think that?
Well, Ellen and I haven't heard anything from either.
So just because you hadn't heard from us, you assume I wouldn't tell you if your own mother had died? Thanks, Jack. That makes me feel really great about myself.
I wasn't trying to make you feel anything, Walter.
That's been pretty clear, Jack.
Liz, I told you I don't want to read those.
But Sugar Muffin, they are so good. Just read a few. I worked really hard on my blog entry, and I think you would be really great if you communicate your poetic soul to the masses.
Right, Joe. Can't believe you read it. Can't believe you really read this one.
Why the hell do you express yourself in haikus anyway?
Hey! Are you guys reading tonight?
Yes, both of us. Where's the sign-up sheet?
I'm not bringing it out until 5.
When you bring up the beer.
Sugar Muffin, what's the name of this cafe?
Cafe Bar that serves beer at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Come on, Walt. I'm dealing with the water. I'm not up for math right now. What's the beer?
You know what, Steve? Just for you, today the bar is called That Cafe That Serves Beer at 4:45. Oh, hey, this is my brother Jack. He's visiting me from Washington.
Hartford.
There's a Hartford, Washington?
No, I moved to Hartford 12 years ago.
Oh, that's just down the road.
Are you feeling all beers already, Walt? Put one on my tab.
Hey, this is my brother Jack. He's visiting me from Washington. And you don't have a tab.
Hartford.
You're going to want to give me a tab after you hear my poem tonight, Walt. It's a doozy. Washington, eh? Does it legalize marijuana say that?
I don't know. I've lived in Hartford for 12 years now.
I've smoked grass for 45 years. Not as good as cigarettes, but it smells pretty similar.
Do not get me started.
Yup. Set fire to the town common in 86.
Wait, like actual grass?
Good evening, everyone. Selling baked goods to raise money for the orphanage tonight.
Hi, Linda.
Hey, Walt. I don't know if I can work Saturday. My mom's coming to town.
Don't worry.
Your mother is coming to town. Yeah. Man, that is so really exact.
This is my brother Jack. He's visiting me from Washington.
Hartford!
That's just not right.
I know.
Let's get this shit show started.
Somebody! I thought we agreed we wouldn't swear or invite Meg anymore. This is a family
Jack, Walter's brother. I just took a cabin from Hartford just down the road.
Are you reading?
Jack doesn't have to read, he just came to visit me.
Why have I never seen or heard from you? Are you an uncovered leper?
No, I just fell out of contact with my family for a little while.
Why's that?
Okay. So let's start the sign-ups. Please sign on the lines this month. Last month, all of the lines were off, and we couldn't read anyone's names, and we didn't stay on time, and people were pushing everyone else out of the way, and I just made me more stressed than ever.
Steve, you're going after me, babe.
Oh, fucking who?
Good evening. So, here are some housekeeping things while we wait for everyone to sign up. Please stop pushing! That's a sign. This is our monthly poetry reading. It is a privilege created by the management, me. So, please be respectful of the interior. If you don't like the music, you can ask nicely that it be changed, even though everybody loves the kill. Please keep the language rated PG. Don't overdo it on the beer. And in case of a fire, the exit is the one you came.
Oh, don't forget to wear a condom.
Okay, so first up is Liz. Even though she didn't sign on any of the numbered lines. Tonight, Liz will be reading a blog post.
Hi, I'm Liz, and this is my first open mic night, so please don't boo me off the stage. So here it is. Sometimes I like to write these blogs. I call myself a confessional blogger, mostly because I hate poetry, but I still want to find catharsis. I wrote this one when I went to see Les Mis in theaters. Spoiler alert. I didn't think it was a very good movie. So here it is. I wasn't really sure what I was going to find, but with all my musical background, I expected to have some things to bitch about. Looking up at the
allowed to help me order dress pants.
Hey, that last one was falsely
See, honey, this is why I don't want to do this. No one understands the workings of my inner mind. Only Russell Crowe understands.
Another thing that was bad about Les Mis.
Good job, Steve. A goose can be challenging. It looks like Summer is next on the list. The first person to sign on one of my pre-numbered lines.
I'm going to ask you a clarifying question before I start. Is it cool to replace the word asshole with beehole, or is it still appropriate?
Just go, Summer.
When I'm feeling annoyed with life's moments of fecal matter, I like to post tweets. I figure this is a new form of poetry. February 8th. The worst thing about living in a small town is the lack in nightlife. It usually isn't the lack in white life. Hashtag whitest don't dance. February 14th. Life can't suck as long as Voldemort isn't looking for you. Hashtag muggle life. March 1st. That moment you realize most of the cast members of Full House were treated for cocaine addiction. Hashtag nostalgia.
That last one's kind of funny. Real Full House in Germany. Website doesn't exist.
I wrote this one after I saw Fault in Our Stars. Hollywood unloved lately. You can have an undying love, but you, yourself, will die. Soon. Painfully.
That's how I feel about this poetry.
All you follow me on Twitter, so I don't know why y'all being out. Beeholes.
Okay, moving along. Please. Linda, it's your turn. I can't wait to see what melodious words you have written for us today. Come up to the stage, you sweet, sweet.
Linda!
It's your turn.
So, I'm not a very good writer, but I do love reading poetry. I often go down to the hospital and read verse in the children's ward. All those poor little kids with terminal diseases. Their favorite this week is Emily Dickinson.
Wow! Why is it that Watson's not mentioned you?
I tried to reconnect with him when Ellen and I moved back to Connecticut. We gave up the business when Wally died. That's my son. Wally was my son.
Aww.
This is the first time I've seen Wally in probably 25 years.
Then, why did you leave in the first place?
All right, for this next one.
Oh, yeah! I'm very excited to be reading my poetry tonight because I feel it will lead some of you to owe me stuff for my creative genius. So here goes. Because I love you all so much, I find it smart to stay in touch. With all the feelings I don't share about never getting to wash my hair. That time I almost set ablaze the post office in a grassy haze. It was very dumb, I have to say, but you did not acquit me anyways. You see me kicked by the alley of the post office where I dally. Before Rob the cop man pushes me out of the alley where I joke, stumble about. You give me beer when I'm low on cash.
No, I
and
won't.
give me pants to warm my ass. And you never take no for an answer and always laugh at my witty banter. So but if you could help me out and be a humble, kind Boy Scout, make sure my boots are free of cinder, and I promise not to barely die.
All I wanted was a classy poetry night. Instead, there's profanity and coitus.
Hey! There wasn't any coitus.
Yet.
There was remnant of coitus.
I'm having a fucking baby! Why are people more excited?
I'm excited.
What, sugar muffin?
This is not rough like that, so hard.
Babies are very exciting, Liz. I'm excited for you.
Thank you!
I remember when Ellen and I had Wally. He was such a long baby, I swore his hands and feet were separate babies on the sonogram, and we had quintuplets. No, it was just Wally.
How did God go?
He had Down syndrome and heart problems his whole life. The doctors told us he wouldn't live very long, but we kept him with us instead of institutionalizing him, like they said. He was 16.
I bet you're a good writer. Lots of experience. You're still going to read something. Like what?
I'm sure I could add another number to the list if Jack really wanted to read.
I don't know what I'd do if I had a baby born with disabilities. I think I could handle it.
Well, life isn't like how it was when Wally was born in the 80s. There are more laws and technologies, but Wally was a smart boy. The joys we got out of his life were the little things, like when he could ask for a Superman cup, when he would smile watching The Lion King, or when he overcame first grade math problems in middle school. But it was hell sometimes. Working with teachers to acclimate him was awful because many of them didn't want to have to work with us. I own a painting business, so it wasn't like we could send him to a fancy disability school. It's easier to have a challenged kid when you've got money.
Does anybody want coffee?
No thanks. Coffee isn't good for babies.
a strip club in this town.
And who would work there? Ava, you're the only person who lacks physical boundaries.
I, for one, wish we could do poetry readings more often. That might liven up this town. Poetry readings seem to get some brain juices pumping. I feel very inspired.
You do? After all this crap that was read tonight, movie reviews, haikus about pizza, blackmail, and twats?
Well, they're called tweets.
Whatever.
Just because we didn't have Robert Frost sitting here reading a poem about nature doesn't mean the stuff we talked about wasn't meaningful. Your brother seems to have found some inspiration to storytell after the night's excitement. Do you have something you want to say?
No, I don't! This was a stupid idea. Some crazy idea I had was a place for people to express their creativity. So, once a month, for the past 3 months, I held a poetry reading night at my cafe. I thought it would bring in revenue, but I'm handing out free beers to the same assholes every month. It's retarded!
It's no wonder that you still live with Mom.
And why is that?
Because you're just as stubborn as you've always been. Stubborn about planning a perfect function. Stubborn about having a perfect life. You're such a control freak.
Hey, I am not the only screwed up, middle-aged man in this room. You called me last week to tell me you were having a tough time, and I was just supposed to drop everything and be your Dr. Laura? We didn't even get a Christmas card from you when you moved to Washington, and what's in Washington? Nothing. As soon as you had your new family, you were out. You didn't even know that your own mother was still alive until an hour ago. You left Jack. It's not my responsibility to make us better.
Do you want to know why I left Connecticut? Do you want to know who I wanted to get away from? I decided to have a kid with my wife, and as soon as he wasn't perfect, you and Mom were ready to side with the doctors. Well, fuck you, Walt. Fuck you for being the person I've missed for a quarter of my lifetime. You don't even deserve to be missed for treating me that way. I named my son Walter Walt. As soon as you weren't in my life anymore, I had a new Walter. A Walter I could take care of. A Walter who I loved just as much as the original. Fuck you! Now, could someone please call me a cab to bring me back to her? I don't have a cell phone because I'm a 50-year-old man with sausage fingers and you can't find a payphone anywhere. I'll be in the bathroom until the cab gets here.
Hartford is just down the road. I should drive.
Steve, we should go home. Abram, you can come and stay with us for a minute.
all at the same time. We learn poetry together. I think you're the prettiest person to turn on this board.
I'm gonna go to my car. Can I come back after I drop off Jack?
Linda is going to drive home.
Oh, good. I can pay for it.
No, it's fine. You can drive me home next month. I'm sorry.